It isn't just about me. And that's an important lesson for our society to learn. It isn't just about me. Helping young people see that is, number one, it gets them out of themselves to work in other people's lives.
A Jesuit education is about thinking for yourself. It's about the teachers and the school and not just handing you information, but also telling the students that you got to do something with it.
I think prep is a unique community because the people in it are so driven to pursue their passions. And from pursuing their passions comes this atmosphere where you know that you're not only going to be accepted for what you do, but you're going to be celebrated for what you bring into the community.
The very first thing that comes to my mind about my experience at prep is family. I'm a non-traditional prep student. Back then, coming from the central area, most of my friends were going to one of the public schools. And coming from a large family of 10, I was looking for that family connection, and prep provided all of that for me. So I just think of family.
You see the march of time, and in that you've experienced, most people experience love, they've experienced loss, and you share that with people that you care about. And I've shared that with my classmates at prep, and we stay close, we stay tight.
I have 13 years of Jesuit education, and I never set foot in a seminary. The Jesuits live up to their reputation as probably the greatest teachers in the world. And the Jesuits are, as an order and philosophically, are curious about everything. So some of the great scientists, some of the great writers, some of the great historians, they're all Jesuits.
We moved forward.
I believe prep is exceptional in its approach to learning, partly because we have as remarkable a faculty as there is in the city of Seattle. It is remarkable. Generous, talented, capable. We have young people who are almost all of them know they're college bound, so they're motivated. And when you have a combination of good faculty and young people who are motivated, you have a formula for a successful education.
You don't come into prep thinking you're just going to slide through there. Prep focuses on being prepared for college. And that is so true, because when I started out at the University of Washington and walked into one of my first classes, I could see the difference between my education and the education that some of the other students had.
Okay, so it's up to interpretation a little bit. Table.
I just love the fact that they do study stuff in an interdisciplinary kind of way, where if you take a look at something in a historical and a scientific lens, all of a sudden you see something in a way that no one else has seen it before, and there's where you come up with a new idea. And prep with Collegio, I mean, they just started us with a concept right off the bat.
Not only do you have Collegio, which is unique in itself, where you're merging two different ideals together in class, but you also have this interdisciplinary unity where everyone knows that we are teaching women and men to go on into the world. And we have a purpose where we're not just educating for the short-term future, but for the long-term future, and how that is going to make all the difference in the world.
You know, St. Therese, the little flower, she said it's those little things you do for God. And I kind of try to keep that in the back of my mind. Those little things really do matter. If you do them for God, you do them for your family, you do them for love, then that in turn will, you know, change the world little by little.
That type of stuff matters. That values matter. That the kind of person you are matters. It wasn't just about grades. It was more about the kind of people we were becoming. And they were interested in us becoming good people.
If you provide the kind of retreat programs that we provide. That enables it to happen. It's so integrated into the way we look at the human person, both our Christian values, but even more into our Ignatian Jesuit spirituality, where we are meant to be men and women for others.
Well, Cura Personalis is incredibly important because it means care for the person.
Whether it's the urban plunge or other activities involving the community where Seattle Prep is located, people who can't take care of themselves is an important way to apply what you are learning.
I remember when I was at Prep, I helped a little old lady clean her apartment.
If it turned out that the deputy director, and I've been privileged to work as a lawyer, advocating for people who have no money, so representing the poor has been a strong ethic in my life, and I trace that directly to my time at Seattle Prep.
Seattle Prep's legacy is knowledge with compassion.
Character building, and that's spiritual, academically, athletically, and with that wonderful focus on a mission of social justice.
And this is a place where you will be treasured for who you are. And through your education, you're going to be treasured for what you have to bring and how you can bring that to the life that you're going to live. Remember, class of 2012, I first want you to know that I love you.
Seattle Prep's legacy is how it fosters family.
It's graduates, it's the kids that are out there who are now adults who are working for other people, not themselves.
Seattle Prep's legacy is the best education that a young person can receive. We live on in the generations that follow us, and we have a responsibility to help young people grow into the kind of human beings that can change the world.